A beautiful Sunday evening in PayPal Park inside San Jose, California. West Coast action here in the MLS Next Pro. San Jose Earthquakes 2 host Minnesota United FC2 here on MLSNextPro.com. We thank you for joining us. My name is Danny Wall, and it is heating up in the playoff race in the Western Conference. Looking at the table, Colorado Rapids 2 leading in the West, but both the Earthquakes 2 and Minnesota United FC2 9-6 on the year, but the difference is the Earthquakes 2 with 2 more points than Minnesota, but a win here for the Loons can put them above the Houston Dynamo 2, who lost earlier to St. Louis City 2, and put them above the playoff line. That's why every matchup here in the final 3 weeks of the regular season is so crucial, of playoff implications on the line. A lot of scenarios from each team to be able to qualify or get eliminated. So it's all about being able to finish the season on a high note and try to come out with a win and 3 points. Looking at the starting 11 first for the San Jose Earthquakes 2, running a 4-3-3 formation led by Jose Serrano, the striker. But keep an eye out for Eduardo Blancas in the midfield. Blancas leads the team with 8 goals on the season. Also, Will Richmond, the left winger. He's been able to find his teammates a good bit. 4 assists on the year. So check out for him as well in this match. And for Minnesota United FC2, this is going to be a unique starting 11 because they have 2 goal scorers that both have 8 goals on the year. Cameron Lacey, the striker, but also Diogo Pacheco, who will be a reserve and come in later on in the match. So keep an eye out for Lacey as a striker. Also, Emmanuel Iwe, he has 6 goals on the season as well. Fred Emmings has been consistent as the goalkeeper for the Loons throughout the year. He'll make his 21st start in between the pipes. It is such a unique period of time in the MLS Next Pro season. We're in the month of September. That means the regular season is making its way to a close, and the Next Pro playoffs will start in just a matter of weeks. But who will be clinching their way to the Next Pro playoffs? Will it be San Jose? Will it be Minnesota? Could it be both if they finish the season off pretty well? But right now in this match, a win for Minnesota would put them above the playoff line, while San Jose, 38 points already. They would stay in position regardless of a loss or a draw. But this is more of a must-win situation for Minnesota, especially coming off of a 4-2 loss to Tacoma. Minnesota United FC2 has a challenging final stretch here in the regular season with matches against teams that have either already clinched the playoffs or in playoff contention. Along with this matchup against the Quakes 2, they also have Austin FC 2, Sporting Kansas City 2, and the Western Conference leading Colorado Rapids 2 to wrap up the season. San Jose coming in after a 3-1 loss to St. Louis City 2, and head coach Dan DeGeer said that we had a change in the roster before the game, but overall, we need to execute in the final thirds. We'll see how that works out today as we are underway inside PayPal Park. San Jose in their home dark blue and black kits, Minnesota in their road light blue kits. Our head referee for this matchup, Corbin May. Our assistant refs, Alberto Apida Palomino and Corrado Garcia. Fourth official, Robert Vinci. And it is a warm Sunday evening in San Jose. Temperatures currently in the mid-90s. Here's a first look of attack for San Jose. Will Richmond, and it's saved by the goalkeeper, Fred Emmings. Emmings has been a consistent point at goalkeeper in his 21st start, 65 saves now on the year, and a 61% save percentage. That'll bring up the first corner kick for the Quakes 2. On the first corner kick, headed away, and it was warm earlier today in San Jose, but now a chilly Sunday evening in the mid-70s as that ball is sent all the way down to Emi Ochoa, starting goalkeeper for the Quakes 2, making his 16th start this season. So So working from the back line for San Jose, Jerry Ayone sending it back to Ochoa. Ochoa 9-6 on the year. Had to be careful with Cameron Lacey pressing up front. And now putting Ochoa in a deep spot. Gets to the Cameron Sealy. And now taken away by Juan Mosquera. Chance here for Minnesota. And great job defensively by Roberto Hadigan. Selling that ball out of harm's way. It'll be a corner kick for Minnesota. Minnesota, just like San Jose, 9-6 record, but 36 points. The difference being when teams can win up to 2 points on a draw and kicks from the spot. On the first corner for Minnesota, and Ochoa grabs it. Rolling far side, and now advancing up across midfield. Oh, and a good find to Will Richmond in the box. Richmond crosses too far. That'll roll far away, recovered by Minnesota. Just off on the target on the cross. He's looking for Jose Serrano there, the striker. The big key for San Jose in this match tonight, Coach Dan DeGeer said that we have to have execution in the final third. We also have to make our blocks defending and control transitional moments. It's Minnesota breaking through across midfield. And we got to speak with assistant coach Jeremy Hall about the execution plans for Minnesota in this match. And he said that you have to be sharp in both boxes. They worked on that a lot in training this week. Also got to ask themselves, can we be clinical and use our technique in these types of games? They know that San Jose will have a lot of possession time, so it's all about keeping their lines and keeping their blocks as well. Down off the back of the head of Blancas. Or correction, off of Minnesota, possession will stay with San Jose. Throw in by Keegan Tingy. Tingy goes back to Sealy. It's all about trying to finish this season on a high note. It is a close and competitive playoff race in the Western Conference. Different from the East, where there's already 4 teams that clinched the playoffs. Conference leading Crown Legacy FC, and here's a break for San Jose. Hadigan cutting towards the middle. Hadigan fires and scores! Roberto Hadigan, his 4th goal on the season. An early 1-0 lead for San Jose 5 minutes in. Look at this again, a good touch by Serrano. And then Hadigan just cutting towards the middle, fires from outside the box and gets past Fred Emmings in the back right corner of the net. And that's what Coach DeGeer wants to see, execution in the final third. And Hadigan taking advantage of it early. You may see a really aggressive San Jose side as we restart play. Hadigan, one of the 2 attacking midfielders alongside Eduardo Blancas. You have Jerry Ayone, as the 1 defensive midfielder. So when you add Hadigan and Blancas up front with Richmond, Jose Serrano, and Aaron Edwards, it's a lot of options that San Jose can go with in this match. Along with that, San Jose wants to take care of business at home. Just 2-6-4 inside PayPal Park. Minnesota looking to push through. Zaydan Bello sends it back. Devin Padelford advances up to Emmanuel Iwe. Iwe lost it. Good tackle by Alejandro Cano. All the way back to Nicholas Richardson. Here's Jason Ramos. Sending a ball all the way through for Juan Mosquera. Get out of bounds. We have a goal kick for Ochoa. So Minnesota, after their 4-2 loss to Tacoma, assistant coach Jeremy Hall said it was a tough game for sure. They created so many chances, but it comes down to execution. So you want to see the execution from both sides. That's what both coaches are preaching and focusing on in training this week, especially this late in the year. I mean, along with trying to get wins and points, these tiebreakers will come down to goals scored on the season. So you want to make sure you have all your ducks in a row in case you have to go to a tiebreaker late in the year. I mean, entering today, prior to the matchup between Houston and St. Louis, they were both tied with 37 points. However, it was Houston that had the edge in the standings. A good ball through. Here's Jose Serrano, the cross inside. Back to Serrano in the box. Another cross, shot and goal! This time, Eduardo Blancas finds the back of the net, his 9th goal on the year, and it's 2-0 San Jose, and we're not even 10 minutes in. Talked about the attacking midfielders in Hadigan and Blancas. Hadigan scoring the first goal, and a beautiful pass from Jose Serrano finds a running Blancas for the goal. What a start for the Earthquakes, too. It was Aaron Edwards that found Roberto Hadigan, and Jose Serrano found Eduardo Blancas. The 4th assist for Serrano, 3rd for Edwards. Blancas, his 9th goal on the season. And how about this electric start from San Jose? Those attacking midfielders in Hadigan and Blancas already proving to be a threat here in the opening minutes. Minnesota, they have to get it together here. You go back to Fred Emmings. Advance to Jason Ramos. Ramos on the near side to Richardson. Hadigan scoring in the 5th minute. Blancas scoring in the 8th. Still plenty of time to go, but the question is, how can Minnesota just get back and settle in? It just seems like they haven't been able to settle in ever since their first attack. Good connecting passes from San Jose, taken away. Mosquera lost it. Inside the center circle, Blancas goes down. Correction, that being Aaron Edwards. So play will resume after the foul. It will be possession San Jose. Sent over far side by Blancas. Alejandro Cano to Cameron Seeley. You see the press from Cameron Lacey. That's what Minnesota needs to do to create a turnover and get a goal quickly. They get it there, but couldn't maintain possession. You're looking at the next matches coming up. Minnesota, this has to be a challenging Final Four games. Austin FC2 next Sunday evening, who's already clinched a playoff spot. Another foul called. In this final stretch, when we talked with San Jose head coach Dan DeGeer, you know, he always looks at the next game as the most important game because you never know what's going to happen, and take it week by week, and the roster fluctuates as well. And that's one of the main things about Next Pro when you have a fluctuating roster, players coming up to the first team, players coming down to the second team, even on the academy level where you have players that come up to the second team as well. Minnesota this week, assistant coach Jeremy Hall said that they worked on the basics, trying to get back to being the tough team to break down. Just trying to work on being connected, working on finishing in the box as a foul. Also said this part of the year, every play means more. So you really have to lock in from the get-go. That's what San Jose has done to start in the opening minutes. Minnesota in the attacking third. To the back line. Jeremy Rodas advances up. Rory O'Driscoll on the outside. Across, finding Richardson. Mascara. Minnesota maintaining. Service in the box. Headed out and clear by San Jose. Here comes the counter. Hadigan shifting all the way outside. Tingy. Sealy back to Ochoa. Lacey is continuing the press, and so is Emmanuel Eway here. Sealy to Ochoa. And when you have a 2-goal lead, there's one or two things you can do. You can continue to be aggressive on the attack and run up the score as much as you can, make it impossible for the opposing team to come back, or you can just focus on your defensive stops. You see a defensive stop that time by Alejandro Cano, or excuse me, Jerry Ione. A good ball to Will Richmond. Attacking third again for San Jose. Richmond fires, and it's outside. Outer part of the net. Going to bring up a goal kick here for Emmings. 15 minutes in, San Jose, a 2-0 lead over Minnesota. This portion of the match is brought to you by Intermedia, official cloud communications provider and jersey partner of the San Jose Earthquakes. Oh, Devin Padelford just had an open pass, just couldn't handle it. San Jose came out aggressive. 2 goals in just 8 minutes of play to start. Usually the opening 15 minutes of feeling out process from both sides, but San Jose said, hey, we know what we need to do. We need to attack. Here's the San Jose side continuing to go through. Richmond, great ball through at the end line. Crosses, just missing. Serrano. Here comes the counter for Minnesota. Zaydan Bello passing far side, taken away by Hadigan. Good tackle. Blancas. Find Ione. Sealy. Goes back to Ochoa. It's also the second and final matchup between the Quakes 2 and the Loons this season. The first matchup, San Jose, a 1-0 win on the road. Head coach Dan DeGeer mentioned that was a challenging game against Minnesota first time through. said that they were very good in transition. They have a fast front line that can punish you. But it's been working out here for San Jose, and a shot that goes offline. Aaron Edwards could have made it 3-0 San Jose. Minnesota wants to get the ball to their front line, and the ball through, sent out of play. Cano sending that one into the second deck. Minnesota going back to their back line. Jason Ramos. Near side, Nicholas Richardson. And here comes the press by Jose Serrano for San Jose. Ball intercepted. There's no look there from Malik Jesse Khan. Ramos in space. Go wide, Jeremy Rodas. Adelford, back to Bello. Ramos advances off the foot of Richardson. Possession, Earthquakes 2. Be a throw in for San Jose. San Jose recovering it. Advancing up. No whistle. Possession back to Minnesota. See the patience here for Minnesota, just waiting for something to open up. That's why they keep going through their back line, their center backs, and Jason Ramos and Jeremy Rodas all the way back to Ochoa. Here's Sealy. Tingy. The attacking third for San Jose. Good ball on the outside to Will Richmond. Richmond at the wing. Trying to turn the corner. It's Tingy out of bounds. He'll stay with the Quakes 2. Oh, missed time run. Intercepted pass by Minnesota. All the way back to Alejandro Cano, and he'll send it back to Ochoa. Emi Ochoa, 9-6 on the year. 62% save percentage. Haven't had to deal with any attacks yet from MNUFC2. 2 shots for San Jose, both on target, both in for goals. By both midfielders, Roberto Hadigan and Eduardo Blancas. Assist by Jose Serrano and Aaron Edwards. Sealy. Finding Richmond. Richmond a left wing, but all the way in the back, helping build up for San Jose. The ball rolling to Edwards. Edwards was trying to send it into Hadigan. Intercepted. Here's Padelford. And a great slide right on time for my own. Still in play. Richardson going back to Ramos. Ramos advancing up the middle. Minnesota recovers in good space. Here's Bello. Final third. Mosquera cutting in. Good job defensively by San Jose. And there's a whistle. It'll be possession, Quakes 2. In the 23rd minute, this portion of the match is brought to you by Stanford Medicine, the official team doctors of the San Jose Earthquakes. A yellow card also given to Minnesota as well. So Juan Mosquera going in the book early in the first. I mean, if you're Minnesota giving up 2 goals in 10 minutes to start the game, it's not the way you want to start. It can be frustrating, especially when you're trying to be aggressive and find ways to get back on the board. Here's a chance. But it's recovered by San Jose and Edwards. Edwards pushing through, and a good job by Rodas. And a man down for Minnesota. Rory O'Driscoll seems to be okay. Shaking up a bit. The play resumes. Minnesota needs to find a way to get the ball to their front line and then be patient to be able to score. Assistant coach Jeremy Hall said that the front line, Emmanuel Eway, Cameron Lacey, and Juan Mosquera, are all fast and good dribblers. They're good at taking players one-on-one, but they haven't really gotten that opportunity yet in the first. Also just trying to find some consistency. Coach Hall also said that Lacey hasn't been able to, has been unlucky with finishing lately. So a throw in the attacking third for the Loons. Throw in the Eway. Service in the box, and it's cleared by San Jose. Minnesota recovers in the center circle. Richardson. Pressured by Richmond. Foul. Near side out of bounds. Tingy throws it in to Sealy. This has been the difference here. Every time San Jose has gotten possession, a takeaway here from Minnesota. Now on the outside, a chance. Attacking third. And the wing service in the box. How about this defense from San Jose? It has been fairly impossible for Minnesota to get in the box and take shots. Look at this. Haddigan an attacking midfielder, but doing some defending there to force a turnover, a foul, and it'll be possession San Jose. Back to Ochoa. Sealy. Oh, he gets past Malik Jesse Khan. And now Tingy on a run. Entering the final third. Good pass to Richmond. The cross. Intercepted by Minnesota. Can Minnesota come off a counter? This may be their chance. Final third. Entering the box. Still with it. And now they stop on the cross. Almost got to Eway. And cleared out by San Jose yet again. Blanca's getting involved. Pass blocked. And off the foot of Minnesota, out of bounds. That may have been the best look and run that we've seen from Minnesota in the first half. Richmond. Back to Tingy. Maybe a takeaway from Mascara. No. Man down for San Jose. That being Ione. Gets back up quickly. Quakes to a possession. Pass just offline. Intercepted by Badelfer. Sent back to Fred Emmings. Ramos. Flipping the field, but didn't get far enough. Another takeaway. And that, once again, has been the challenge for Minnesota. They have really gotten it into the attacking third past this San Jose defense. And when they do, they can't maintain possession. No foul. We play on. Mascara gets back up. Eway. Can't reach back in time. Sent back to Ochoa. Far side Edwards. Israel Carrillo. Ooh, and there's a foul. And the yellow. Jesse Khan just running in, taking out Roberto Hadigan. That's a second yellow in the first half for Minnesota. Mascara got one earlier, and now Khan. You see here, Hadigan. Oh. A solid challenge, too, by Khan, but taking Hadigan off his feet. So will be possession San Jose following the yellow card. 30 minutes in. This portion of the match is brought to you by Roku, official partner of the San Jose Earthquakes. Chance here for Minnesota. Here's Cameron Lacey in the box. The cross just off. Had Khan and Eway inside. Corner kick, Minnesota. Final 15 minutes of the first half. Khan can't hang on. Taken away by San Jose. Kept in play by Richmond. Here comes the break. Mascara. It's a great ball. Jose Serrano offside. But that was a great build-up. Minnesota in the attacking third. Richardson sending it back to Ramos. Mascara recovers. And outside, out of bounds. Khan couldn't keep it in play. We're starting to see more opportunities from Minnesota, but even though they've gotten in the final third a couple of times in the first half, no shots. Meanwhile, just good ball to Richmond. Another chance for San Jose. Richmond crosses, sent out of bounds by Minnesota. It'll be a corner kick. Got to give credit to MNUFC2 for being able to read those balls through. San Jose's been going to Richmond a couple of times. And outside of the first two goals, Minnesota catching up to it now. Eduardo Blancas will take the corner. Blancas already a goal in the first. On the corner kick, long, headed out of play. And it will be a goal kick for Fred Emmings and Minnesota. A couple of San Jose players thinking it should be their ball, another corner kick, and that it should have been last touched by Minnesota. It'll be play on in the 34th minute. 2-0, Wakes 2, and there is a foul. Rory O'Driscoll goes down again. And there won't be a yellow, a warning. You see here on the pass, Hadigan accidentally taking down O'Driscoll. In the final third for Minnesota, service in the box. And once again cleared away by San Jose. They have been a problem defensively. Richardson. Minnesota working from the back line again. Ramos flips the field, but offline on the pass. Possession stays with Minnesota, though. But Delford pushing through on the wing. A good challenge, no foul, but it will be possession Minnesota. The Seattle Loons execute this set piece and see if they can finally take a shot here. Khan out to Eway. Service in. Off Mascara. Still in the box. Richardson doesn't know what to do with it. Send it back to Ramos, and Minnesota resets. Richardson trying to keep possession. Blancas is there, taking it away. I mean, Eduardo Blancas has been solid so far in the first half. Head coach Dan DeGeer said that he handles the ball very well and is great in joining the attack. And that's how Blancas was able to get his goal in the first half. While there have been no shots for Minnesota, 6 shots for San Jose, 3 on target. Rodas, far side, Padelford. Richardson going back to Ramos. Touching one up. Cross out of bounds. The point of the season where you don't want to tail the wrong end down the playoff line. I mean, look at this. In the match stats, nothing for Minnesota. 6 shots, 3 shots on target for San Jose. I mean, the message to the team leading into this week, they haven't changed anything as far as what the message is. Just got to be able to finish. 2 games ago, Minnesota was above the playoff line, but then did not have the best outcome against Sporting Kansas City. A 4-2 loss to Tacoma. It's got to get back on track. It was a 1-0 loss to Sporting KC2. 4-2 loss to Tacoma Defiance. Off the head in midfield, O'Driscoll down again. He has been everywhere on the pitch, putting his body out there. A yellow card also given to San Jose. And you see how San Jose started. 5th minute, Roberto Hadigan. 8th minute, Eduardo Blancas. Assist by Aaron Edwards and Jose Serrano. So Hadigan, along with a goal, going to pick up a yellow card. Back to Fred Emmings. Long ball through. Off the head, maybe the chance for Minnesota. Mascara to Kahn. Kahn outside, sending one over to Richardson. Sent out of bounds by San Jose. Corner kick looms. See how Minnesota will execute this set piece. The second corner. Cleared out of the 18 by San Jose. Service back in the box. A man down. And Cameron Seeley in the 6. And the official may be calling for the trainer. So Seeley gets back up. Seeley's been a constant in the back line, making his 8-team start this year. And at this point of the year is where you want to go to your go-to players. The players made an impact all throughout the season. Seeley has done that in the back line. So play resumes. Ochoa surveying the pitch. He'll go far side to Alejandro Cano. Here comes the press by Minnesota. Uh-oh. Ochoa went down on the kick. That could have been troublesome. And now Emmings coming all the way out of the pipes to get that ball out of harm's way. I mean, there have been so many good counters from the Quakes, too, in the first half. Emmings wants to be ready this time around. Serrano gets through. Serrano, the cross. Hadigan going outside, turning. He goes down, no foul. Strong challenge from Zenon Bello. San Jose retrieves possession. Blancas can't keep it in bounds. Possession, Minnesota. Correction, Aaron Edwards there, but still. Another great look from Roberto Hadigan. If he didn't slip on the attempt, it could be 3-0. Inside the final 5 minutes of the first half, plus stoppage. Ramos. Over to Rodas. Pressure from Serrano. Near side, off of Richardson. Mascara finds Kahn. Good look. Richardson. Oh, nice pass and a goal! Cameron Lacey, 9th goal of the year, puts Minnesota on the board. And that is what the Loons definitely needed. After giving up 2 goals in the first 10 minutes of play, the Loons finally find their way through. Lacey, his 50th shot of the season, finding the back of the net for his 9th goal. Good passing here. Watch how Kahn gets to Richardson off the heel, and then the rocket by Lacey in the back right corner. And now you're seeing the press from Minnesota. Can they find a way to get one more goal, maybe to get an equalizer before the locker room? Kahn puts one through to Mascara. Ball leading into Lacey. Ochoa falls on it. Now the momentum may shift. Minnesota can get a takeaway. They do. Lacey tried to send one up to Mascara. He goes down. There's a foul. The aggressive nature of this match picking up. Well, the coaching staff for Minnesota talked about how Lacey was unlucky with his finishing in the last few games, but that time Lacey finishing one through. Mascara slow to get up. It's going to be a free kick for Minnesota, though. Right at the attacking third. We have Mascara and Rory O'Driscoll. Be between those 2 players who takes this free kick. Very important set piece for Minnesota United FC2. O'Driscoll on the free kick, service in, too far out of bounds. There'll be only 2 minutes of stoppage time in the first. Be a goal kick for Emmanuel Ochoa. Off the head, recovered by Minnesota. Here's Mascara in the box, now at the wing, turning. Good defensive stop by Keegan Tingy. Corner kick, Loons. I mean, if they execute the set piece right and get an equalizer and stoppage, that would be just what Minnesota needs. What a first half it would be. San Jose, 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. Can Minnesota get 2 goals in the last 10 minutes? On the corner, out of the box, Padelford is there. Service back in, off of Kahn, and fouled on by Ochoa. But you're starting to see the gears turn for Minnesota. It took some time to find their footing. Was almost shell-shocked a bit after those first 2 goals. See on the replay, Ochoa falling on it at the end. But the goal by Cameron Lacey seemed to bring some life to this Minnesota 2 side. Kahn. Slides out to O'Driscoll. Kept in play. Here's a chance. Bello on the outside, Padelford. Bello up top. Lost it. Good defense by Aaron Edwards. Sends that ball down the pitch. Can Serrano get to it one-on-one? No, it's sent back to Hemmings. And that will take us to halftime. An electric start for the Earthquakes 2 with goals by Roberto Hadigan and Eduardo Blancas in just 8 minutes of time. And then Minnesota's Cameron Lacey finding a goal in the 42nd with the assist by Nicholas Richardson. Our score at the half, San Jose 2, Minnesota 1. Well, folks, the Golden Boot race is heating up, and we checked in with our Golden Boot leader entering today, MD Myers, on his journey from youth to academy to college to pro. Samara Perez got a chance to visit with the league's leading goal scorer.
Good ball played towards the middle, and it's in. Matt Myers with the breakthrough for New York City.
What's up? I'm Samara Perez with MLS Next Pro. Welcome to a new player profile feature. Today, we are delighted to be joined by Matthew MD Myers of New York City FC2. Hey, Matt, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
Matt, you were drafted in the 2023 MLS Super Draft as the 66th overall pick. Take us back to that moment and how you felt when you received the news.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. Coming from Rutgers University, too, it's not too far from New York City, so I was excited to stay close to home and play for a great club. So it was an exciting moment, and I couldn't wait to get to work.
Speaking of your college experience, what was that like? Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I spent 2.5 years at High Point University, and then spent my last season at Rutgers University. It was great. I really enjoyed my college experience, and I scored a lot of goals, and I had fun doing it, so it was a good experience.
Now, going back to your early soccer memories, at what point did you realize that you had what it takes to make it pro?
Yeah, I mean, ever since I was little, I played with some great players, and one thing I always loved to do, I just love scoring goals. I lived to score goals, so I always had that drive, and I had that a little bit over a lot of the other players. So I always felt that I could be a pro, and it was always my dream, so just a lot of hard work, and I was able to get here.
Matt, what were some of the challenges you faced in your journey to becoming pro?
I played for the Philadelphia Union Academy growing up. I played there for 4 years, so I spent my high school years there. I had a great time, but a lot of coaches were telling me I was too small to make it as a striker. I wasn't going to make it, but that only pushed me to work harder. I think during my high school and college years, I tried to work harder than everybody else that was around me, and that got me to the next level. And I ended up growing a little bit, so that helped too. But the combination of those things and just having a never say die attitude and keep grinding is something that pushed me to the next level.
And that's insane because you're not a small guy now, right? You're like 6 feet.
Yeah, I'm like 6'1" now, but in high school, I was probably the smallest kid on the team at Union. And as a striker, it's not always the easiest being the small guy, but I always had that knack for goal, wanted to score goals, so I was never going to move back and play outside back or something. I wanted to be out in all the action, scoring goals, so just had to work a little harder.
Those 17-year-olds getting the start here today as now it's sprung NYC FC2 forward. Arevalo moves it out wide, shot comes on, and it's a second goal for Matthew Dylan Myers.
So now that you're in the pros, what has your experience been like in MLS Next Pro?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy every single day. It's definitely a more technical league than what I was used to in college, so it took a little bit of time to get used to it, but once I settled in, I've really been enjoying it, and just looking to make the next steps whenever I can.
Speaking of that next step, what are your aspirations as a professional soccer player?
Eventually, I want to be playing in the MLS. I want to be scoring goals for an MLS team, and I mean, I love scoring goals wherever I'm playing. but to be able to do it for an even bigger, on a bigger stage would be amazing.
You have a lot of goals in MLS Next Pro. You're one of the most prolific scorers in the league this year. To what do you attribute your success?
It comes down to my teammates finding me in the right spots. I'm the type of guy I'm more of like a fox in the box type striker. I don't want to be dribbling guys all the time. I want to just find the right areas, and my teammates have helped me dramatically. They've been playing great, and just getting the ball to me, and I just finish it off for them.
To wrap things up, complete the following sentence for us. At the end of the 2023 MLS Next Pro season, MD Myers will be
helping his team to the MLS Next Pro Finals.
Matt, well, thank you so much for chatting with us. Your journey has been a stellar one so far, and we wish you the best of luck in your career.
Thank you so much.
And thank you everyone for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this interview and stick around for more player profile features coming soon.
Here's a quick look at the Golden Boot leaderboard as we began Matchday 25. MD Myers came in with 16 goals. Ibrahim Kasule and Jack Lynn of NY Red Bulls 2 and Orlando City B with 15. Nick Firmino of Atlanta United 2 with 14. But now, as the games have been completed earlier today, we have a tie for the Golden Boot right now. MD Myers scoring a goal now at 17 on the year, but Orlando City B's Jack Lynn with a brace in their 6-3 loss to Crown Legacy FC. They both have 17 goals now. It is a tie for the Golden Boot, and it is heating up with 3 weeks to go in the MLS Next Pro regular season. Now entering Matchday 25, we had 5 teams into the playoffs, now 6 with Austin clinching on Friday. Michelle and Summer wrap up last weekend in the Matchday Rewind.
Matchday 24 closes out our last weekend of games in August, meaning playoffs are right around the corner and teams are in clinch or elimination scenarios weekly. I'm Michelle Montaigne, joined alongside Samara Perez, recapping all of the action from Matchday 24.
We kick things off with the newest guests to the postseason party. Joining the Eastern Conference RSVP list are Red Bulls 2. The New York side secured their golden ticket with an electrifying 5-4 win over Fire 2, thanks in large part to an Ibrahim Kasule brace. He now has 15 goals on the season and is just one behind MD Myers for the Golden Boot lead. Following the match, coach Ibrahim Sekagia touched on how the team's commitment early in the season led to this moment.
From the beginning, we talked about how we can put our style of play into the new guys coming in to buy in what we are doing. I think this is where the achievement shows. What we did now to clink for the playoffs, I think is a big achievement for the boys.
Staying in the Eastern Conference, an emotional win for Orlando City B, defeating Crew 2 4-1 without one of the most prominent guys on their team. Fabian Loyola underwent successful surgery this week to remove a blood clot from his arm. Following the match, head coach Martin Perelman put it simply.
Fabian is something so important for us, so important inside the locker room, for the coaching staff, for the teammates, for the fans, for everybody. But we know he's strong. He has all the support of our club. I need to mention as well the amazing job our medical department did. And we are so happy that he did the surgery, was successful, and we are going to support him, and he's with us until the end, and I hope he can return to the field soon.
We all send our best wishes to Fabian. Great to see the team dedicate the win to him. Now this win keeps OCB at 5th in the East, and despite the loss, thanks to help elsewhere, the reigning champs Crew 2 also secured their playoff spot.
Now switching gears to the West, there's a team that's staying alive, as the BG said, for yet another week. That's LA Galaxy 2. Los Dos had a huge shutout win over Dynamo Dos, handing them 4 goals on their own turf. 2 of those 4 came from 18-year-old forward Aaron Bibu. With the decisive win, the Los Angeles side avoided elimination for the 3rd straight week. North Texas SC, Real Monarchs, and FC Cincinnati 2 also avoided elimination in Matchday 24.
And while 4 teams have clinched in the Eastern Conference, Rapids 2 remains the only team in the West to have punched their ticket to the postseason. But Tacoma Defiance might just be next. They defeated MNUFC2 on the road 4-2, thanks in large part to homegrown talent Josh Atencio, who scored Defiance's first goal and assisted their second. Tacoma are now level on points with Austin FC2 for the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. Both teams will be aiming to clinch their playoff spot next week.
With the playoff picture narrowing down by the week, the competition is getting more intense. Michelle and I will see you back here next week with the latest happenings leading up to the postseason.
A 10-save performance is among the noteworthy items from Matchday 25, as Michelle has this week's spotlight.
Matchday 24 saw players stand out with their seasons on the line. I'm Michelle Montaigne with your players in the spotlight following a very exciting match day. Starting with your MLS Next rising star, Sporting Kansas City 2's Cello Tachantre. The youngster not only handed his squad a win over one of the best teams in the West, his game winner over Austin FC2 also prevented Verdos from clinching. Tachantre provided the game winner to give SKC2 their 3rd straight win. Now, it's not often that goalkeepers find themselves in the limelight, but this week's player of the match day more than deserved it. North Texas SC's Antonio Carrera posted a career-high 10 saves to shut out Whitecaps FC2 on their home turf. He had 37 of 43 accurate passes while earning his 3rd clean sheet of the season. By keeping Whitecaps FC2 off the board, he helped keep his squad from postseason elimination. Now, earning the best goal of Matchday 24, that would be SKC2's Lucas Rosa. A perfect setup pass from Valentin Noel had Austin FC2 on their back foot as Rosa found a gap and sailed this ball perfectly into the top left-hand corner of the box, right past the reach of keeper Damian Loss. And rounding out the Matchday 24 spotlight honors is the best team of the match day. That goes to FC Cincinnati 2 with a 2-0 win over New York City FC2, their first ever win over the New York club. To do it, they had to shut down the Golden Boot race leader, MD Myers, keeping him off the scoreline, with Paul Walters denying the forward his 17th goal of the season during a PK. Now FC Cincinnati 2 has won 2 of their last 3. Congratulations to all of our players in the spotlight for Matchday 24. Can't wait to see what you guys do as the playoff push continues.
It is getting tight here in the regular season of MLS Next Pro in the final 3 weeks before the playoffs begin. Teams still trying to clinch a playoff spot late in the season. The Red Bulls 2, a 3-0 win over Toronto back on Friday. The Rebs 2, a 3-0 win over Huntsville City. They both have clinched the playoffs in the East. Austin FC now clinching a playoff spot with a 5-4 win and kicks from the spot against LAFC2 on Friday as well. The Real Monarchs still in the hunt after a 1-0 win over the Whitecaps FC2. Looking at upcoming matchups later on this week, Tacoma versus Portland on Monday. The Rebs 2 against Orlando City B. Columbus Crew 2, defending champions, facing off against NYC FC2. Philadelphia Union trying to get in the playoffs as well, in a matchup against Toronto FC2. But here at PayPal Park, it is 2-1 San Jose over Minnesota United FC2. And San Jose came out on fire in the opening minutes. Roberto Hattigan in the 5th minute being able to score and find the assist from Aaron Edwards. And they did not stop there. Hattigan with his 4th goal on the year. Then you see the setup from Jose Serrano, finding a running Eduardo Blancas for the 2nd goal, puts it in. It was a 2-0 Quakes 2 lead in just 8 minutes of play. There were a lot of chances for Minnesota, and this was the one that worked out the best, setting up Cameron Lacey with the assist from Nicholas Richardson. It took some time for the Loons to even take a shot in the first half. Just 2 shots in the first, 1 on target. And that was all that the Loons had in the first. But for San Jose, 6 shots, 3 shots on target, 5 of those 6 shots in the box. Now, what's going to be unique is how each side used their reserves. We know for Minnesota United FC2 that Diogo Pacheco, who also has 8 goals on the season, could be coming in at some point, providing fresh legs in the second half. Cameron Lacey now the leading goal scorer with 9 off the assists from Richardson. That was Nicholas Richardson's first assist on the year in 13 games played. So that's got to feel good for Richardson, getting that pass off the heel and setting up Lacey. It appears that San Jose will be using a reserve early here to start the second half. It'll be Alexander Cho in for Hadigan. So Hadigan, who provided a spark in the opening minutes, will be done for the night. Cho will come in. It'll be interesting to see who else will make an impact in the second half off the bench. Both sides back on the pitch. 45 minutes determining who will win this match. And if Minnesota can work their way back in, they'll be above the playoff line. Resume play in PayPal Park. San Jose wearing their home dark blue kits. Minnesota in their road light blue kits. And already our first foul of the half. It'll be possession Minnesota. Even though it took some time for Minnesota to get a shot off in the first, they had possession 58% of the first half. Just didn't have much to show for it until the final minutes. On the free kick. Sent by O'Driscoll. Headed by San Jose. Minnesota still has it in the final third. Instead, Padelfer will let it roll out. Throws it back in to Zaydan Bello. Bello flips the field. Now to their center backs, Jason Ramos. Advancing up near side, Padelford. Here's Malik Jesse Khan, shifting it over. Bello, the cross! And Ochoa got hands on it out of bounds. Good passing for Minnesota. And you got to wonder, scoring that goal late in the first half could provide some momentum for the Loons. First corner kick of the second half coming up. Oh, Ochoa went down, sliding front. Luckily that corner kick going way far past the target. So look at this again and see what happens to Ochoa here, going back, and as he was getting ready to jump to bring that ball down, and his legs just got, I don't know what happened there. He just lost his footing. Nonetheless, possession San Jose. Earthquakes 2, 38 points this season. Long ball to Serrano. Emmings will let that one roll out of play. Both San Jose and Minnesota 9-9-6 records. However, San Jose with 2 more points than the Loons. Quakes 2 currently 6th in the West. Minnesota 8th. A win here could put Minnesota above the playoff line after Houston losing 3-1 to St. Louis City 2. There is an opportunity for the Loons to get in. They were above the playoff line before they took 2 tough losses to Sporting Kansas City and to Tacoma Defiance. There's currently 3 matches along with this one here at PayPal Park happening in MLS Next Pro. A 2-2 tie, 75 minutes in between North Texas SC and the Western Conference leading Colorado Rapids 2. North Texas has been fighting late in the season to keep their playoff hopes alive. Sporting Kansas City 2, a 2-0 lead over the LA Galaxy 2. Sporting KC currently 4th in the Western Conference right now. And then of course here, 6th seed San Jose Earthquakes 2, a 2-1 lead over Minnesota, 1 point below the playoff line. There's a whistle. Possession going to stay with the Loons. Quick throw in the Bello. O'Driscoll sends it out. Ramos. It was Richardson rather that goes to Ramos. Jeremy Rodas. Pass deflected. Recovered. Ramos gets past the defender and Will Richmond. Here comes Rodas. Rather O'Driscoll going on the outside. O'Driscoll covered by Blancas. How about this pressure from San Jose? Continuing to push Minnesota back, now looking for a takeaway. Out of bounds, but it will stay with MNUFC2. Delford working with Kahn. O'Driscoll, far side. Zidane Bello advancing up in the final third. Pass deflected, taken away by San Jose. Alexander Chou being able to get that deflection. Here's Eduardo Blancas sliding one up to Serrano. Serrano on side. And sent out of bounds. Corner kick coming up. Or will it be? It'll say it was off San Jose. It'll be a goal kick instead for Fred Emmings. Emmings having some trouble in the first half, but the Loons very high on Emmings. Been practicing with the first team primarily and does well with the goalkeeper coach up there. But when he comes down and practices with the second team, he does so well working with the other goalkeepers on the roster. It's really been challenged in these last few games, seeing a lot of shots. It's Minnesota getting through. Offside. Rather out of bounds. Throwing San Jose, trying to keep possession. Blancas. No luck there. Deep ball by Richardson. Running towards it is Mascara. Can Mascara get possession? There's a battle for the ball near the end line. And you got to give credit to Cameron Seeley for that protection defensively. Be a goal kick for Emi Ochoa. Ball through, but Minnesota will get there first. Kicked away. At midfield, Jesse Kahn has it. Outside Mascara. Kahn to O'Driscoll. Delford at the wing, the cross. Just missing both Emmanuel Iwe and Cameron Lacey. Rodas can't recover. Sent all the way back to Emmings. Oh, great ball finding Iwe. Can he keep it in bounds? Off of his foot. Over Israel Carrillo is there. Iwe at the wing. Kahn fires, goes right. Couldn't get that shot to curve. Found a good look in space. You see that ball starting to go left, but then staying straight through to the right of Ochoa. But it was a great look here from Minnesota, down by a goal. Here in the 55th minute, this portion of the match is brought to you by PayPal, official naming rights and payment solutions partner. Here comes a run. And a foul. Possession stays with San Jose. So after the foul, it's a free kick. So a free kick opportunity for the Quakes too. Service in, and a one hops to Emmings. Ball was zipped through. Didn't really have a chance for any other attackers for San Jose to get to it. Maybe a potential counter for Minnesota. Iwe just off on his target, Lacey. Long ball sent to Padelford. Padelford has to be careful. Pressure by Jose Serrano. There's a foul. Correction, Aaron Edwards was there defensively. He had Edwards and Serrano around pressing. It'll be Fred Emmings that's going to look to send this ball deep. Wants to put his team in position to score. Down 2-1. They managed to get on the board late in the first half. Goal scored by Cameron Lacey. Bello can't get there. Taken away by San Jose. Here's Eduardo Blancas. Blancas finding Edwards in the middle. Sealy running up. Chowu. Too high. Good passes there by San Jose, working their way along. And Alexander Chowu deciding to take it himself. Maybe if he made one or two extra passes, it would have been a better opportunity for the Quakes too. Edwards. On the outside, Will Richmond slides one up. Sealy, or rather Tingy, near the end line. Still in the attacking third. Richmond going central, and it's easily saved by Emmings. Near side, Padelford. Kahn turning, gives past Cano. Final third, Lacey. Lacey slips. We're having a lot of that throughout the match. Bello, Mascara in the box. Richmond takes it away. Sealy goes up. Serrano leaving it to Richmond. Richmond goes down. It looks like a yellow card going to be given to Rory O'Driscoll of Minnesota United FC2. Throw in for Quakes 2. Direction would actually be a free kick just on the edge of the touchline. Yellow by O'Driscoll. So got to be careful how he plays the rest of the second half. Ochoa with it. Over to Cano. Sealy. Towards the middle, pressure taken away by Minnesota, and a foul. That has to be frustrating for Jesse Kahn. That would have been the perfect counterattack. Play resumes. Possession, San Jose. Richmond shifts it down Matingi. Richmond can't get it out of bounds. Emmings sends it down the pitch. Possession, Minnesota. Still 2-1, entering the 63rd minute. This match is hydrated by Body Armor, the official sports drink of the San Jose Earthquakes. Minnesota keeping it in bounds. Sent out by San Jose's Cameron Sealy. Bello trying to get it back to Cameron Lacey. O'Driscoll finds Adon Bello in space. Now going near side. Good ball for Devin Padelford. The cross just missing Kahn. San Jose got their head on it, but Minnesota still in possession. Richardson goes to Ramos, now touched over to Jeremy Rodas. And now Emmings, he sends it away, has to be careful. Ball at midfield inside the center circle. Kahn tries to spin out of traffic. Bello has it now. Far side to Mascara. One-on-one versus Tingy. Mascara pushing in the box. Too far. And sent out by Sealy. Richmond. The middle. Edwards. Cano. Finds Carrillo. The middle. Serrano. Good ball to Richmond. Richmond inside. Good defensive stop. Still in the box for San Jose. Recovered by Blancas. Service back in. Serrano sent out by Minnesota. That'll bring up a corner kick for the Quakes too. Instead of a corner kick, it'll be a throw-in. Nonetheless, possession Quakes 2 in the final third. Edwards will throw it in. In the box. Almost cleared by Minnesota, recovered by Tingy. Richmond back to Tingy. San Jose resetting. Carrillo. Gonna go back to Emi Ochoa. Comes the press by Minnesota. Ione goes wide. Mascara. Possession, Minnesota, a yellow card given to San Jose. Alexander Chowu came in for Roberto Hadigan to start the second half. Minnesota's going to have a free kick. How will Minnesota execute this set piece? Down 2-1, entering the 68th minute. They'll play it short. Mascara, the cross, header, no! Headed out by San Jose. Minnesota still with it, Padelford. Bello servicing, caught by Ochoa. You just have to appreciate how Minnesota woke up midway through the first half after giving up those 2 goals early. It took them some time before they got their first shot, and then got a goal by Lacey in the 42nd minute. And now you're starting to see more aggressive attacks from MNUFC2 in the second. However, still looking for that equalizer. Meanwhile, San Jose, since scoring those first 2 goals in the opening 8 minutes, they've had some looks here and there. 8 shots, 5 shots on target. They've continued to be aggressive, just haven't been able to finish it. Off the foot of Blancas. Blancas heading towards the corner. Richardson's there. Sends it out of bounds. Minnesota on the throw-in. Bello can't hang on, taken away. If San Jose can find one more goal, be back to a comfortable lead again. But Minnesota continuing to threaten. Padelfer, good ball. Inside the box. And there's a penalty. A whistle inside the 18. Edwards was trying to make a stop from behind. Padelfer gets tripped up inside the box. And a crucial chance for Minnesota to level this matchup. Now there won't be any yellow cards given, but a foul still happened inside the box. And it's going to be Emmanuel Iwe that will take the penalty for the Loons. Look at this again. Padelfer goes in, and there you see that left foot and the left arm from Aaron Edwards on the push. And that's where the ref found the foul. This will be to tie it up in the 70th minute. Emmanuel Iwe, who this season signed a first-team contract. 6 goals on the year. Iwe blocked, but Iwe is there with the second follow-through. We are tied at 2. Emmanuel Iwe stuck with it. Missed the penalty shot, but followed through with his 7th goal of the year. And we are all square. Tied up at 2. Minnesota fighting their way back. Was caught extremely off guard, giving up 2 goals in 8 minutes to start. But it was Lacey in the 42nd minute. Iwe's PK blocked, stuck with it after Ochoa went down, found the back left corner, and reserves will come in for the Loons as well. So as the game restarts, tied up at 2, Michael Marquez making his way in along with Minsanvi. And now San Jose, can they get back in front? Edwards. Block is trying to get it back. Taken away by Minnesota. O'Driscoll down. So Loic Minsanvi and Mikael Marquez look to provide an impact and some fresh legs for MNUFC2. This could be the moment where also, now that the game is tied, bringing in another attacker in Diogo Pacheco. We'll see if Pacheco comes into this match. As play resumes, possession Minnesota sent all the way back over. Off the head of San Jose. Out of play. Chance for Minnesota. Now San Jose on the move. On the outside, Keegan Tingy. Richmond. Going back to Cho. Here's Cano. So Masambi comes in for Cameron Lacey as the striker. And Marquez in at the right center back for Jason Ramos. Foul. Approaching the final 15 minutes of this match. This portion of the match is brought to you by Dropbox, official partner of the San Jose Earthquakes. And Minnesota trying to take the lead here late. Bello sends it out to Eway. Throw in by Padelford. Ooh. Jerry Ione. Gotta be careful there. Almost like a nasty fall hanging off of Jesse Kahn. Send back to Ochoa. Now San Jose on the move. This game getting down to the wire. Now also for Minnesota, if this goes to a draw, getting that 1 point will at least tie them with the Houston Dynamo too. But even if this match goes to kicks from the spot, they get that second point winning it, they'll still jump Houston above the playoff line. Houston with the loss 3-1 to St. Louis City 2, currently holding on to that 7th seed, that final spot in the playoffs. We're in the final 3 weeks of the regular season. Every game is crucial, and that says a lot as a player goes down for San Jose. Play resumes. Blancas going down, gets back up quickly. Correction, Aaron Edwards went down. There's Blancas finding Edwards on the near side wing. Cross is deflected out of bounds. Talk about a challenging rest of the season. San Jose follow it coming up. They'll go to Tacoma for their next match. And then they'll also have Vancouver Whitecaps FC2 and LAFC2 on the corner, cleared by Minnesota. Here comes the counter. Mascara. One man to beat. Possession stays with MNUFC2, but Mascara down. Minnesota, the final games of their season, facing teams that are above the playoff line or fighting for a playoff spot. Austin FC 2, Sporting Kansas City 2, and the Western Conference leading Colorado Rapids 2 to end the season. Talk about earning your way into the playoffs and earning a spot. You want to be the best, you got to go through the best that's been progressing their way all year. On the throw-in. Cano. Gotta watch out from behind. Joe. Pass out of bounds. So here is Diogo Pacheco. Set to come in for Minnesota. And this is exactly what head coach Cameron Knowles wanted to do. Pacheco will come in for Devin Padelford, so Pacheco will be in at left back. Unless Minnesota makes some adjustments and moves Pacheco to the front line. But nonetheless, just having Pacheco on the pitch provides so many additional options. Along with Iwe, along with Mascara, along with Masanvi, who came in for Cameron Lacey. Ochoa. Near side Cano. Chau, another pass that went out of bounds, and it's possession Loons. We spoke with assistant coach Jeremy Hall. He said that Diogo Pacheco wasn't going to travel for this match, but was unsure if he was going to be a starter or a reserve. He has such great range and physique. And using like a coffee boost, a shot of espresso here late to potentially put Minnesota ahead. Foul's called. He'll stay with San Jose. Cameron Seeley getting tripped up. Didn't appreciate that move. $80 minutes have gone by here inside PayPal Park. Cano advancing, good ball. Aaron Edwards in space. Edwards the cross, just missing his target, out of bounds. It's a great find, the real Richmond. Corner kick for Quakes 2. Can they execute? Inside, punched out by Emmings. Still inside the 18. Emmings grabs it again. Wasting no time. Here comes the counter for MNUFC2. Bello. So they get back to Mascara. So Juan Mascara in the left back position with Pacheco up as the right wing. Was wondering what adjustments that Minnesota would make, and now we know. Joe. Blancas can't get there. Minnesota almost got it back. Taken away by San Jose. Good job running through by Richardson. Inside the box, a chance. Pacheco, can he keep it in? Yes, he will. Near the end line, lofts it up, and missing Bello on the header. Good defensive stop, sending it out of play. Corner kick for Minnesota. Good passing inside the box of Masanvi. And on the corner, inside the box, Minnesota trying to get it. Out of bounds. Another corner kick for the Loons, this time from the far side. Inside, no. Headed left. Another close call. San Jose across midfield. Tried to get that ball through to Richmond. Will Richmond's been the go-to target in the front line. The left wing in its 17th start. He's taken 33 shots entering tonight's match. The goal kick now for the goalkeeper, Fred Emmings. New possession, San Jose. That deflected off of Pacheco. Throwing from midfield. 84th minute. Throws in space to Edwards. Cano. Going over to Sealy. Weighted ball, bouncing back to Emmings. It's too far once to get on that lead pass. Tiptoeing the touch line, still in play for Minnesota. Ball led up for Masanvi, taken away by Cano. Serrano gets through. Richmond racing towards it. Can't get it past Marquez. Eway got it. Man down, San Jose. Mascara tried to get it right back from Eway. Eway recovers. A man down for Minnesota we play on. Kahn on the outside. Richardson in the box, and it goes left. It was touched by San Jose, so it would be a corner kick for the Loons. What a sequence. Bodies flying everywhere. Can Minnesota capitalize off their momentum throughout the second half? Fought their way to level the match at 2 apiece. On the corner, off the head of San Jose, another man down. Once again, Jerry Ione, or correction, Blancas there. He got up quickly. Oh, the boy cried wolf. But it will be possession Minnesota. The drop ball resumes play. Here we go. O'Driscoll. Zaydan Bello. Back to Driscoll on the near side. Eway. Emmanuel Eway towards the middle. On the outside, Jesse Kahn. Kahn, oh, good pass, top of the box. The shot just goes right. Minnesota's had some late game heroics before. Emmanuel Eway scored a game winner a couple of months ago against the LA Galaxy 2. Can he duplicate that again on the corner far side? Headed by San Jose, recovered by Minnesota. Mascara goes to Driscoll, service in the box. Ochoa, he goes down, but uses the left hand at the last second to punch it out of play, but he collided with his teammates. Another hard fall. It's on Israel Carrillo. Is shaken up. This shows how physical this match has gotten late. Multiple corner kicks for Minnesota. They have not been able to convert. Can they here? In the 88th minute, tied at 2. On the corner. Pinned around and out of bounds. And it will be possession San Jose, a goal kick for Ochoa. Ochoa has it again. No press from Minnesota. Now Ochoa sending it all the way down, was intended for Edwards. Just look at the comparison from the first half to the second half. Hannigan and Blancas in the first 8 minutes. An early 2-0 San Jose lead. Lacey gets Minnesota on the board before halftime. Then Emmanuel Iwe. His PK was missed, but followed through with the second effort. Level the match at 2 apiece. A foul. Possession going to Minnesota. What's also going to be interesting is how much stoppage time we'll have here late. Sent back by Emmings. Getting down to the wire. Final minute of regulation. Here's a chance now. Masanvi shoots. Off of Ochoa. Still in play. Cleared by San Jose. O'Driscoll recovers for Minnesota. Richardson with possession. They'll go to Emmings. Across midfield, Masanvi trying to get to it, taken away by San Jose. We'll have 3 minutes of stoppage. Final chances for each side. Cano. It's too far on the pass. Deep ball sent. We're looking for Emmanuel Iwe. Cano. Deep ball. Offside. That was going to be a tremendous ball to Jose Serrano. Broke a little bit too early. Kick deep by Minnesota to Pacheco, headed by San Jose. O'Driscoll. It's going to be a foul. Possession San Jose. O'Driscoll thought it should have been a foul on the Quakes too. Getting tugged by his jersey there. Pass intercepted. O'Driscoll said, fine, I'll do it myself. Great ball. Masanvi. Cano was there. And now Ochoa out of the net. With possession, Quakes 2. Now the final minute picked up by Emmings. Here comes the break. Mascara wasting no time across midfield. Time winding out. O'Driscoll on the far side finds a running Richardson. Pacheco going in the box and a foul. There may be time for one more run for the Quakes too. They have to make it count. Emi Ochoa looking to send this one deep. Everybody falling back. Off the head of Minnesota, across midfield. Can the Loons recover possession? Near side, out of bounds. Bello, the quick throw in. O'Driscoll fouled. And a yellow card gonna be given to the Quakes too. set up a free kick that may be the final moment of regulation. Aaron Edwards getting carded. It'll be O'Driscoll that sets up the free kick. Final chance. O'Driscoll in the box. No, one hops to Ochoa. And that is full time. We are tied at 2, and we are going to kicks from the penalty spot. MLS Next Pro has a unique feature when the score is tied after 90 minutes. Michelle and Samara have more.
There are no ties in MLS Next Pro. If a match ends in a tie at the end of regulation, the game will proceed directly to a shootout with kicks from the penalty mark.
That brings us to the point system. Similar to other soccer leagues, a team will earn 3 points with a win at the end of regulation, 1 point for a tie, and 0 points for a loss in regulation. A club will earn 2 points if the game ends in a tie and they go on to win the shootout that Samara just explained following the end of regulation.
What a match from PayPal Park in regulation. San Jose got us off to a fiery start, scoring 2 goals in an 8-minute span. First, it was Roberto Hadigan with the assist by Aaron Edwards. Hadigan, his 4th goal on the season, but the Quakes who did not stop there. Jose Serrano getting the ball back inside the box, finding a running Eduardo Blancas, and that was an early 2-0 lead for the Quakes too. It took some time for Minnesota to even get a shot late in the first half, but they did get a goal on the board before halftime. Look at this pass from Nicholas Richardson to Cameron Lacey. It was 2-1 at halftime. And then Minnesota leveled the match. A penalty kick by Emmanuel Iwe. He missed the first one. Ochoa blocked it. But how about Iwe following through to level the match at 2 apiece? And then we saw a lot of attacks on both sides in the final minutes. And now we go to kicks from the spot. Both teams will get a point, which means that the Quakes 2 will have 39 points. They'll stay above the playoff line, but Minnesota United FC2, 37 points. They're now tied with the Houston Dynamo 2 for the 7th seed in the Western Conference. However, if the Loons can win kicks from the spot and get an extra point, they'll find themselves above the playoff line, entering their final 3 matches of the season. It seems like San Jose already knows who's going to take the first shot. It'll be Eduardo Blancas for them, facing Fred Emmings, the goalkeeper for the Loons. The only way this match would come down to this, especially with a tight playoff race. So Blancas, who scored in the first half, takes the first shot for San Jose. And we begin. Blancas scores, finding the back of the net in the left side. Nate Emmings. Emmings went the right direction, but went a little bit low compared to going high. And Diego Pacheco, who came in as reserve in the second half, 8 goals on the year. And this could have been why they saved Pacheco till now. He is as fresh as anyone on the pitch. He'll take the first shot for Minnesota. Facing Emi Ochoa. Pacheco got it. Top right corner. Tied through round 1. And just like Emmings, Ochoa went the right direction, but went low, and Pacheco aimed high. Will Richmond. San Jose tried to get Richmond involved in so many possessions in the second half. Richmond has this moment here. Richmond scores and froze Emmings. Firing one to the left. And you see the quick reaction from Will Richmond. Emmings did not have time to make a decision. Zidane Bello taking the second shot. They see some words here with Ochoa. Bello blocked. What a save by Ochoa. And maybe the mind games from Emi Ochoa. I don't know what he said to Bello, but it took him off his game. Through 2 rounds, it's 2-1 San Jose. Keegan Tingey taking the third shot. Tingey scores! Bottom left corner. Emmings didn't get there in time. I mean, you see Emmings starting to go left and went to his right, but didn't get there fast enough. Emmanuel Iwe will take shot number 3 for MNUFC2. I mean, just look at this right here. Emi Ochoa always walks up to the penalty spot. May have said something to Iwe. Emmanuel Iwe scores. Didn't work out that time. But through 3 rounds, 3-2 San Jose. Round 4, Jose Serrano. A goal and 3 assists on the season. Make it 4 after assisting Eduardo Blancas. And he scores! Gets one right under Emmings. And now, San Jose has a chance to end it right here. If Minnesota misses, San Jose gets the extra point. And Serrano just getting one past Emmings. Emmings has made the right directions, but hasn't gotten there quick enough. And now it's all up to Rory O'Driscoll. Ochoa playing mind games. And O'Driscoll keep this match alive for Minnesota. O'Driscoll got it through. Froze Ochoa in the middle, went right. Now the pressure's on San Jose. If the Quakes 2 score here, they'll win it. If they miss, Minnesota still has a chance. It's up to Cameron Seeley, the left center back. Seeley seals it. No, he doesn't. Wow. Emmings making the right movement again. Look at this, he went right. And for a moment there, it looked like it went through, but just outside. It all comes down to this, Nicholas Richardson. He has to put it through to keep this match going. If he misses, San Jose wins. Richardson got it through, and we continue. Ochoa went the opposite way, and how about that through 5 rounds? We're tied at 4. We go further down the line. Round 6. Aaron Edwards. Assisting the opening goal to Roberto Hadigan in the 4th minute. So from here on out, it's sudden death. Edwards went high and in. You got to give credit to goalkeeper Fred Emmings. He's been making the right moves. But still, the Quakes 2 putting it through. And now it's up to Musambi. Can Musambi keep it going? Yes! Through 6 rounds, we're tied at 5. We continue here in kicks from the mark. Alexander Cho. Cho right down the middle. Everybody is on point on these shots. This time Emmings went right. Now the pressure is on Malik Jesse Khan. He has to make this and keep this kicks from the mark battle going. Can he find one past Ochoa? Khan got it! Back left corner, 6-6. A great job by Khan, forcing Ochoa to go his left. Round 8. Alejandro Cano. Up next for the Quakes 2. Cano got it through Emmings. And we keep rolling. Pressure on Minnesota again. Minnesota trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. If they can get this extra point, they'll jump Houston above the playoff line and take the 7th seed going into the final week of the season. Juan Mascara has to put this one through for the Loons. Mascara, no, he got in. Ochoa got a piece of it, but still went in the back of the net. 7-7. My, oh my. Ochoa thought he won the match and got the extra point, but ricocheted in. Jerry Ione, he'll shoot next for San Jose. Ione, and they've been going to the left side. The last 3 shots, Emmings hasn't been able to block it. Pressure on Minnesota again here in round 9. Mikael Ochoa make the save this time. Thought he had it last time, he did not. Marquez! Oh, and he made Ochoa lean left, and he went right. We go to round 10, tied at 8. And we may get to the goalkeepers. Israel Carrillo, the right back, will fire. And he put it through. Carrillo, no! Too high on the shot, above the crossbar, and Minnesota has a chance to win it. Got two underneath it and sailed high. So it is all down to Jeremy Rodas. As Rodas puts it in, Minnesota will grab the second point. If Ochoa can make a stop, we play on. Rodas got it! What a battle! Minnesota gets the second point. They win kicks from the mark, 9-8. And with that extra point, they'll be above the playoff line as the 7th seed heading into the final weeks of the year. What a battle for Minnesota. Gave up 2 goals in the opening minutes. Got on the board near the end of the first half. MNUFC2 leveled it. But it was Jeremy Rodas at the very end, through 10 rounds, gets the final dagger for MNUFC2. Our man of the match, Jeremy Rodas from Minnesota, and is presented by Adidas. So both sides, San Jose and Minnesota, will go 9-9-7 on the year, but Minnesota United FC2 winning both points, and they now jump above the playoff line, and that'll do it here from PayPal Park. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Danny Wall. Once again, our final score, Minnesota 9-8 in kicks from the mark. And don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. From San Jose, California, we say goodnight.
This copyrighted broadcast of MLS Next Pro may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcasted without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.